really challenging, folks. On board with the mates. I'd love to watch them right off the rip here. I want to see how things are going. And yeah, Johnny, good gas. Johnny be good. If you know what I'm talking about, folks. He's been a fantastic addition to the squad. Alongside fellow T-Fel Enterprises, the stocks are pretty high right now as the rest of the squad certainly needed some assistance. This could be a fantastic turn for them. Catch Vancouver in a downward trend, possibly. A top force team still, though. You can't rule them out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the P1. Kids with first blood.
Who's there for a little bit of a follow-up. It is a mixed fest trade battle, and by the looks of it, Vancouver come out on top, and there you go. Nasty seals the deal, so that is all 4 players falling. An early break 1, and good time on P1 being collected. And more importantly, they got the spawns as well. Surge doing everything right.
Oh, they're still doing it right. Nasty somehow getting away with his life there. That was ideal. So the playthrough Dark has been shut down. Luna's, though, keeping the kills going for his boys. So the mate's now finally able to get a little bit of time here. Nasty continues his little tear. 3 spree for him over to Abuza. Next man in line towards P2. 10 seconds to rock and roll here, folks. And that's the top round side of the minimap we'll be descending into. The garage. The garage. With these fancy cars are on the spin.
And all things considered, you had Surge win the opening break, but then the P1 time, dead even between the teams, and you had Johnny McFly winning the gunfight for rotations, and Abuza and Nasty might be working the old pinch, but it's going to be a long time coming before they actually make it to P2. They got to break down the LAG wall.
Yeah, too bad. Now 3 through the back line, and wait, trades are there. Nasty and Neptune making their way forwards. 04 now through Zig, through the side door. Lunas, can he find 2 from the driveway? No, he cannot. Last man left alive on time. Wait a minute, fellow can't get a pair. 04 gets the break, and Neptune, he and the boys, a Surge are in.
Yeah, how fitting for 04. His first kill is the final stand to actually make it towards that time. And unfortunately for him, gonna fall again. So he remains 1 in 5. But in spite of the fact that 04 and Booza have a very slow start, I mean, you end up sort of squared away. You're gonna get this scrap time on P2. And I mean, all things considered, come out on top of the first 2 hills with a lead. And Neptune doing Neptune things. That's a 5 spree.
Yeah, 5 there for Nep. Halfway towards his Hellstorm, see if that comes into play in a moment. But yeah, testament to how great Vancouver Surge play the mode, not necessarily play their kills, looking at that scoreline. But that's going to change real quick, folks, because Nep's starting to heat up. Lovely coverage there of that salvo of fire on the approach towards the hard point from Fellow, gets himself in there, and Johnny be good on time as well. 10-point difference right now, and that is going fast with the mates in time.
And you can see Neptune's thinking about it, right? Doesn't necessarily want to be the injured man, but when he's called to service, he delivers, but he is just going to fall in short order. So LAG maybe botched this rotation just a little bit. Kismet seemingly the only player to get nearby, but they recover very nicely, holding the P3 down. And I mean, Lunar's great trigger discipline. Unfortunately, you let enough people pass, one of them will shoot you in the back.
Oh, Kiz gets some shots in the front. Not enough for the turn there for Abuza, but Johnny's there for it. 4 spree now from Johnny. Getting a decent amount of that from within the hill as well, so points very flush at this time. Fell. Oh, gone. Over towards New we go. Rock Hall now populated. Not by many players. Kids brought down on the rotation. 04. What a big one that was, mate. In you go towards time. Johnny, can we make it 5? We can. Oh, 04. What a win. Lunas can't get it done. And Surge again. A massive rotation.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking about this game from LAG's perspective. They lose the opening break, end up coming out on top of a nice P1, win the rotation, and even on P3, it feels like they won the hill, and now it's effectively a tied-up game, and you're having to break into the most difficult one. So I'm thinking they're fighting the uphill battle in the standings on the map, and all of a sudden, Vancouver Surge have the lead, and on a hill like this, I mean, you might just get beat down.
Well, with 30 seconds to go, we could get a break here. Abuza, lovely shots down range. Fellow, get involved, son, sure does. 04, get him. Lunas, nice pickup on these next 2. Can they get the contest cleaned up? No, Nep gets it. Kismet into time. 20 to go here. A beatdown still chance, but this is good time.
And well contested as well. Okay. They're going to be fighting for the final few scraps on that note. And by the looks of it, Johnny, last man alive, can't make the hero play, and Surge end up walking away with all things considered. A very nice P4 and built themselves a 20-point lead. So tight game so far. And it's worth noting, 04 and Booza, slow starts. They've caught right back up, and feels like everybody in the lobby is really just trying to catch Neptune.
Yeah, Nep, a force to be reckoned with here in the league. As soon as he joined up, was the first thing he did. Popping records, absolutely sending Surge right towards the top. First hardpoint set done, second hardpoint set now underway, and again, a good looks out of the mate's chance. They're looking to pull this lead back slowly but surely here by P1. The long game, though, towards P2. You've already got Neptune trying to make plays towards that, but right now, this is working out. Your purple-clad Gorillas mates team, they are fighting back.
And doing what they can. Fortunately for Johnny, he knows he's going to have to recover. Two of his teammates spawn out, so you want to maintain these right side spawns if at all possible, but you lose the hallways control, and now you're just going to have 2 players for LAG. Actually, make it 3. Johnny does spawn up, sort of holding down the right side spawns, and Surge just trying to get in position, but LAG, they've cleaned house. They got the front pushed out, 2 players in the back. It's a good setup so far, and they got a little bit of intel.
Yeah, patient Surge as well now on the counter attack. Perfect nade. Luna's up close now. What a transition that was. Abusa does make his way through the back, so now an opening. Johnny, the next line of defense here for the mates. Damage in, enough to get a kill. Oh, 1 at least. Good stuff. Now pressure forward. Kismet with a blade. In by Zig. Good stuff. The Gorillas hold. Let's go for a listen in.
Just a good like that. I spawn out front. I'm gonna try to get front, okay? I don't have your front yet. I have your front now. I have your front now.
On the ramp.
2 ramps.
All good.
He's not chopping front. One
I can go water. I can get this last.
We could be getting pinched.
Someone rotate.
Abusa weak on the Lambo. One close left, I think.
I need him. I got that. The Lambo's limited.
Good shit. Nep behind Lambo. Boys, I'm backing up. Good shit. Now let's fucking go.
I'm going to spawn.
Okay. I'm going to get top closed, okay?
First back lobby door.
On new one shot. He's going to 10. Absolute.
In 10.
Should be well.
In 04.
Okay, I'm backed up front.
04 and 10 stunned. He stunned me.
Last guy.
Well, nasty. One shot. Well.
Wins. I'm going you.
I'm trying to help you.
Out of fence, 04. Out of fence. I'm gonna contest. They're coming
No,
from.
you net one shot. You net one shot. Okay, you net one shot.
You net that. One's
Outer 04.
I'm
It's 04 and
down.
Abusa. They're out of fence.
Stay push up front. Yeah, stay push up front.
Spawned out. Yeah.
One
should be
okay,
well.
I turn. You could have taken our top flat. Yeah, top flat 04. Top flat 04. He went office, okay? He's gonna be office for nice. I was in, boys. Alright,
Abusa one shot.
okay, spawn in the back. We split 20 out, boys.
And out of fence.
We have the back spawn.
Two, in and out.
Outer fence, then.
I'm
I'm
getting
trying to get mid.
I didn't need
I have flat.
I don't know who he is.
Okay, I have flat. I got neither together.
And then he slid out of front of us. He's front
Outer flat,
I have time. Go.
Okay, you one's already new.
I flipped that.
Yo, P1, 4. Okay, nice. Yeah, I know. He's top open on me. Top open dead. One more open. Open dead.
Oh, calm and concise, exciting stuff in another rotation. And what do you know? The Gorillas mates are in. Let's go to Surge and see how they break.
One shot. Give me a second.
Nice. I'll be back. You guys
Out. They're both in.
Yeah, I'm turning. I'm one HP, bro. I'm one HP, give me a sec. Yeah. Nice. I'm one HP, guys.
Come by me, time.
I don't see anything, guys. Nice. Could be me. Meet that. I'm one HP, guys. I'm lead on point.
I spawn mid. I don't have it.
Yeah. I'm down mid. Have a front. Under 80. I'm one HP. I cannot shot, guys, okay? I'm literally going to get in.
I'm one shot.
Yeah, I'm lead on one. One more team fight. Nice.
I'm going close.
Yeah, perfect. Take your time, Jovan, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna place power review. Do a corner, Jovan.
I'm in the corner top.
I can take in for you flat. One flat on your left. I can fight.
Might push catch the well.
Yeah, it could be.
There's two. They aped it. Yo, one's in light. One's flat.
I'm in, Vivan.
I spawned deep.
I don't see anything top right though.
Yo, pitch spawn.
Dead. One top open. Nice, give me one.
He's praying, John.
Yeah, give me a sec. Dead. I'm playing walk. I'm playing walk.
Spawn boat.
I'm going to play. I'm going to play. Yeah. You have a drop on point. I'm open, guys.
I'm finessing.
I don't see anything open.
Open it.
It's a clean hard point so far. Both our teams fighting fit, and Abusa, he didn't seem to know what was going on the listen. I can't see anything, boys. 20/20 vision right now, man. 19-17, 3 spree, and a firm lead for Surge.
Yeah, readjusted his glasses. Now the only thing he has to do is read the rotation coming through. Nasty's the first one to pick it up. Nasty late on the jump. 2 players just walk straight through the rock section of the map and push through to P2, and 04 gonna have to be the recovery man. He does not have any support from his teammates. Sole man in the back line, but so far doing his job. He's at the very least blocking the spawns, and his teammates are picking up the kills. And look at number 4 and number 3 on the minimap. They are nowhere near this fight.
No, we're close. They're now sending it towards time, but wait a minute. It's a couple of kills here from Kiz. He's holding on by the skin of his teeth. No, 04, you played so well on the approach. And wait, it's the late reinforcements that get in. This hard point is not done yet. P2 still in the hands of the mates.
04 does not fear death. He will walk into bullets. He will slide into his own nades, and Abuza will bail you out with a big 3-piece off spawn. And 04 brings the hammer down to get that break in the end. And I mean, now 25 seconds left for LAG. I mean, they're trying to play containment. They want to win the rotation, but they're chalking up so much time to allow this to happen, and they're not containing anything. They pump the brakes, and then 2 players slide into death, and now Johnny spawning out at old is going to be a tough one for LAG to try to make this comeback.
Oh, good luck, lads. Well, Lunas has made his way to time. Nasty gonna be the first man here from Surge to get something going, but wow, this has got to be a sensational hard point, ladies and gentlemen. Nasty looking for anything he can. The backline still safe thanks to Kismet. Trades and now complete. Fella brought down on the outside, so hard point still remains purple.
And Abuza getting annoying kills on the flank. That's why Johnny has to deal with him. And I mean, 2 players spawning out at old. LAG, it's a little bit mixy because Abuza, the mystery man, gets his 2nd kill, flies in time, and now the entire squad is here. Surge looking to get the break, looking to get the game.
Yeah, looking to contest. There's so many players here. Oh, you've brought him down. You've pushed him out. You've run it all the way. For a minute, that's a big team kill. And the contest for a second gone. Vancouver Surge. It took a minute to keep up in the race, but once they took the lead, no looking back in map 1.
Yeah, and I feel like LAG just get overwhelmed by the tide turning there in that game. Not able to stabilize, and the moment Abuza pops 3 on that P2 and the hill gets broken down, I just think Gorilla's mate didn't know what they wanted to do on the approach. Did we try to catch these players on the exits? Do we want to fight for the final 20 seconds? And once players started to like chow and die and spawn out, the map just gets weird, and LAG doing what they can to hold on, but eventually Abuza from the old time ends up getting 3 more kills on the approach, and I mean, simply breaks him down. So Vancouver Surge, a team with a very deep toolkit. Abuza showing off the goods there.
Magical stuff to start things off for Surge here. Nice 3.5k for Abuza. Beautiful stuff across the assists as well. Vancouver Surge shooting very well, but can't deny it, Chance. I liked what I saw out with the Gorillas mates for a long time there. Lunas had a brilliant 3-piece in P2 to keep a hold of it for his boys, but the setups were so well broken by the Surge lads. Again, testament to how good they are at the mode. This is absolutely, without a doubt, one of the top 4 teams in the league. If you're going toe-to-toe with a squad on a map like this, it's going to be a tough time. So, mates, good looks, not enough for the dub. We'll see the highlights, and again, plenty of big pieces in this map.
Absolutely. And Miles, you might have actually taken note of the most important stat we just saw. Abuza had 16 assists, which was as much as 3 LAG players combined. So the teamwork just on an individual level, not quite there. Lunars might have been popping the crazy 3-piece from time to time, but ultimately Surge is showing off a little bit more collected as a team and able to handle them towards the end. And I just love this from 04. I mean, again, he's sprinting into bullets. He's sprinting into nades. He does not fear death. He wants to get his team that time.
No, he only fears the loss. Nice work there again from the Surge boys. Feeling good. Starting things right. Again, you don't want to be taking any team lightly, particularly at this stage of the year. And again, for Surge, they've had a great 2nd place finish already, so they've got a wonderful bed of points to work with in that run up to champs. They're not terribly worried about falling outside of the top 8. But anything can happen here, folks. So don't take any series lightly, run them all to the end, and that's exactly what we did here on Hacienda. Map 1 goes to the boys of Vancouver Surge. The mates now an opportunity to bounce back in the S&D chance. How are we feeling about this one? Again, good gas, a lot of love going the way of the Gorilla Mates squad. This is an exciting look for them, but have they got what it takes here on Red Card?
We're gonna find out. I mean, this was a map that Vancouver Surge earlier in the year were spamming like crazy, but not with too much success. Like, they had a very one-dimensional style. 04 on defense, always working towards B, and he's just endlessly working those pinches. But earlier in the year, they were getting neutralized. Obviously, now they have Neptune on the team. It's going to switch up the dynamic. And, of course, they're going to be making improvements across the board. So I think they've been getting better and better on the map. And I know Vancouver Surge want to show off a level of dominance here today.
Hey, dominance is the name of the game right now as well. You want to keep that top 4 spot. You have to keep beating teams like you're a top 4 team. That's the way things go. And Surge, you know, it's strictly business now. We saw Neptune take his headset off and get the hair out of his eyes. I mean, he may still be Super Saiyan, but now he's Super Saiyan, more formal dress, let's say. But yeah, absolutely turned this squad around. I cannot sing the praise of Neptune enough for the damage he has caused to other rosters and to the gas he has provided to his team. Nasty as well. Ian Abuza, long mainstays here for the Surge roster, and they've been looking good as well. 04 Chance, one of the greatest stories I think in esports right now of just, I rocked up, I think I'm good enough to do this, and within 2 years of taking this seriously, he's on a professional team.
It's always fun when you have, like, you know, maybe any type of self-doubt or self-belief, and you get to that moment where you get to prove it, and just immediate, oh yeah, no, he's absolutely good enough. No real questions there. His third tournament ever, I think, on LAN. He ends up showing up in the pro league and having a decent amount of success. And as a rookie, very impressive. Now in the sophomore season, getting top twos, getting in the mix. And I mean, we heard in the comments from LAG, 04's name was said more than anybody else. So he continues to be a problem.
Yeah, he looked like he was very difficult to kill in the 1v1s, no matter what sort of situation he was in. I mean, aside from nading himself and whatnot, a couple of funny little blunders, but ultimately a very, very difficult man to deal with. Shotzi's also, look, he looks good.
So good, man.
I mean, it's
so good.
It's a shame about that previous one, but hey, you got to hand it to the Heretics. Those boys mean it. Red card is on its way, though, folks. Again, this should be a very good test to see where we are sitting right now for the Gorilla Mates. Can we find a dub here? Bienvenue, welcome. Here we go.
Welcome to the depths of Neptune. Half his face consumed by the light, half consumed by the darkness. Which is going to get the best of him? Well, he is wasting zero time. They're making all the noise. And I love that play from Johnny there to close the doors behind him for the bait. It's a one and done spot. And maybe ultimately bad thing. Now you don't have sight control on defense.
Yeah, you have sight control now. You have Neptune now starting to push up. He gets a lot of damage and lots of intel there with the concussion. So 2 members picked up. Gears on the flank, though. Gives you the man advantage right now for the mates. Neptune, you got to get something going, son. And, well, you do just that. Lovely shots there. Bomb planting now. 2v2 on the retake.
Neptune, just overwhelming. You do not want to take that shot. You're scared to even show off any different angle. Just like you're scared of the lobby potentially crashing. 04 looking around because that looks to be an in-game issue. Maybe we're back, and I mean, hey, 30 seconds left for the 2v2. We'll see about the retake.
Yeah, lock on and lock in. Less than 30 to go. Perfect pinch here right now. Kismet's going to find the stairs in a moment. He has not been spotted out. The timing might not be there for him. Oh, he manages to get inside. 1v1, 20 seconds. 04 v Kismet. And what did I tell you about those 1v1s, folks? 04 brings the heat.
Old versus young. 04 getting it done. I mean, listen, he's a S&D kid through and through, and frankly, in that moment, easy peasy for him. Probably got the old death cam there from his teammate about where Kismet's going to be coming from, and ends up getting a 3K on the round. So easy stuff there from Surge. And again, we talked about the assist numbers that they just had in the hard point. The teamwork, incredible. Johnny might have had a really interesting idea to get that first blood, closing the doors behind him, being a little bit sneaky, but just because every single Surge player was there, easy trade to get the side control, get the bomb down, and they'll just have the advantage. However, we did see 04. There's a hiccup of lag or something going on with the server, so we've hit a pause. See if we can figure out exactly what's going on in LAG. See if they can crack the Vancouver Surge code.
Absolutely. I love the Johnny play. We're going to keep talking about this. It's such a funny idea. I mean, any little clue you can give your opponents, they will pick up on. Our players are not only professional shooters, bomb planters, hardpoint holders, zone capturers, but they're also detectives. They're able to piece together a situation. If the door is open a certain way, you can tell a player has run that way. Which way have they come from? Which way are they going? You can find out, folks. You can piece all these little things together yourself back home. Johnny, he tidied up those crumbs. He left no paper trail, and he got himself that first blood. You go, Johnny. You go, Johnny.
These players truly in the ranks of guys like Sherlock Holmes and Steve from Blue's Clues.
Nice job. Well, Steve from Blue's Clues, I got a couple of clues and I got a couple of blue teams you got to deal with on the way up towards the major Vancouver Surge. You had a great time against the Falcons, the Thieves. They ripped your head clean off. Now you're dealing with the mates Ravens and C9 coming up on Sunday, and of course April 19th for Cloud9. Get that in your calendars, Vancouver fans. That's going to be a fun one on the way to Major 3. We got to LAN. We got to Boca Raton. And hopefully Miles gets a tan.
Not just you, Miles. I'm hoping for some more tans to get in the mix. An opportunity to spread the wings, touch some grass, touch some sand.
Yeah.
Keep it out of random orifices.
Whoa! Here we go, folks. Almost ready to get back into this one. Looks like we've resolved that little hiccup. Slight bump in the road towards round 2, but so far, so good. But Vancouver Surge with a bomb plant there in their opening round, and of course, a nice 2v2 situation on the retake there. That 04 wins the 1v1. If you've just joined us, it's map 2. Welcome back to the CDL. We're almost ready to get into this one after the tech pause.
just love how permanently locked in every player in the lobby seems to be, except the Booza. Booza's the only one sort of going back and forth, just annoyed by it. I know he has not been enjoying the Canadian internet life, but when he gets to land, he does show up.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's looking great as well on land. RCXD in play from the opening round, and that sounds like it might have been taken care of there with the frag grenade. So good stuff, Kiz. Right out of the death screen, right into the action. And here we go with a potential bomb plant. Kismet trying to get it down. Smooth moves out of 04. Once again, First Blood trying to find any more out of this. He's completely cut this up in half. Shots are in on a fellow. Johnny on the flank, though. 04 can't get the third man. Here comes Nasty. 1v2 spot to be in. 1v1. And Lunas is on the other side of town.
Yeah, Nasty knows that, though. Lunars did pick up a kill, so he knows he's going to have to hunt him down. The bomb planted for him in the clutch situation.
Uh-oh.
And he's got the drop, but Lunars has the movement. The snake animation continues to be crazy. It didn't even look like he was exposed to get a bullet off at all. Meanwhile, Lunars just built different. Here's a look from his point of view.
Oof. Here's what both angles look like. Nasty's POV. It's such a difficult fight to take and an unusual animation to deal with as a player, but you keep firing, you keep getting hit markers. When it goes red, he's dead. Good stuff out of Lunas there. Wonderful composure in a very tricky situation that Nasty knew there was only one way out of, and that was head on.
Also, that might have been the perfect 1v1 to actually show exactly what the snaking animation sort of looks like that's been in Call of Duty forever. How from one player's point of view, he's standing directly above it, has just iron up, and from the other guy, you're a second away before you're even showing up among cover. So one pump there from Lunars on point. Johnny for the first blood, even better. LAG starting their round off right.
Love that setup from LAG as well. Huge presence on top. And it's worked out for them. They are now on top in the kills department as well. So Vancouver Surge down a man. Nasty trying to pick this up through the middle of the map. The bomb has been left unattended for now. 04 will be going to collect momentarily. But 04 is now entirely alone 1v3.
Yeah, Lunar's just shutting that idea down. Clean work there, but 04 definitely a player we want to watch get to work. And for good reason. That was a great snap. Unfortunately, though, they just had the intel. They watched them slide on by, and LAG, as clean of a round as you like it, they're going to be able to deliver. Get the first blood, set up on point. Kismet gets a guy one shot. Johnny's there for the trades. Nobody overcommits. Nobody overchows. A well-orchestrated round and effort. The veteran fellow showing off the goods.
Yeah, good stuff, man. You managed to blindside 04 as he recovers bomb and tries to make a play happen. And Red Card's one of those maps as well. Lots of lovely post-plant situations. Where you put the bomb dictates where the attackers have to try to recover what parts of the map they've got to get back before they can even get onto the defuse. So there's possibility for some shenanigans. There's possibility for the 1vx on this map, especially where we're going now by the B-bomb site.
04 wants those doors closed, yeah, but he's going to get back down. Look at the stack, though, from Surge. They got two players here, and Nasty already slowing down Johnny in his tracks. Nades out and about. That forces Kismet down, and the two players on Surge have bought their teammates enough time that everybody's here on the defensive end. So LAG cut their losses, and they're trying to get out of Dodge, but I don't mean everybody from Surge rotated over towards B. Neptune, he's been the island player over on the A site, so all things considered, great positioning by Vancouver Surge so far on the defensive end. This is 50 seconds burned off the game clock. Nobody's died.
Yeah, the team tensed up there towards the B-bomb site, and they've just slowly relaxed across the map right now. And Neptune still zen on the approach towards A. Bad news, though, for Gorilla's mates. You did the right thing, but you don't have the time, so now you have to get things going. Nep, the unreadable. It's a nice first blood again, but not enough. The trade is there. Gotta get the bomb, gotta get going.
And they're actually maybe going to allow this bomb plant to go down, or the nade's going to connect. Well, yeah, they do, and 04 is the man that gets sent in for the kill. You're just running out of time, though. That's bomb down, and you got 10 seconds, and 04 is just going to chatter about that and say, boys, don't die. They don't have time for the plant. Nasty, just live.
Oh, live and let die. What a round from Surge.
God, all right, yeah, I need to stop casting and just let these men go to work. I would never chow in that situation, and that is why Nasty is 50 times the player I will ever be, with just a buzzer beater picking up the two-piece, and all things considered, a fantastic call. If they know you're there, you don't give the man an opportunity to hunt. And either way, though, for Vancouver Surge, You slowed them down on the defensive end, and then the game clock comes into effect, and LAG just have to run it down. Never easy to pull a round like that off.
That was a wicked finish. Fellow would have been a bullet or two away from that one. Well, good news, LAG, you're on defense this time round, and it looks like you've guessed correctly. Bad news, you've got a battle now through Ticket. A lot of damage in. Perfect nade, but an instant trade, one on the other side of the map. So an interesting 3v3 we find ourselves in, and Neptune, good golly, he went for it.
Yeah, well, Johnny had a little bit of help on that gunfight and sorely needed as well. He didn't get credit for the first blood, but Johnny does rip a Booza as well. So 7-3, certainly making an impact. However, clutch player potential here in a 2 versus 3. By no means is this an easy round for LAG to win.
If Johnny can pick up the kill on the man upstairs, yeah, nasty. That's what he's looking for now. And Johnny, you're in a position to make this potentially happen. Nasty, though, again, an important spot to be in. Eyes on the bomb. He's seen him coming his way. Great timing, but not enough there. Johnny gets the job done. Last man 04, now fighting from the front. Less than 20 to go. Luna's on the defuse. 04 knows he's there. Can Johnny get there in time to save it? Last man left alive and no time. 04 has clutched it up. Another nail-biting round from Vancouver Surge.
Yeah, and they are laughing for good reason. Typically speaking, if you're getting shot at, important to react. Lunars does not feel obligated to go for that commitment there just because, you know, they're obviously running out of time. Again, the game clock being an impact, but 04 literally just stopped playing for a second because he was just like, all right, guys, if you're not going to maybe work for it, like, all good, that's fine. I'll take the free 1 versus 3.
Yeah. I think testament to the youth of the Gorilla Mates roster in terms of the chemistry, who knew what was covered, if Johnny was able to get there in time. A lot of things to consider there, and again, chemistry that is only forged through the fires of war, folks. Alchemy kits down, guns up, here we go. Your first blood's been real nice, Gorillas Mates, and you're only down by 1 round.
Once again, LAG just in a situation on the attacking rounds where it's not that they don't know what to do, but they're just not really given too much to work with. Vancouver, the setup's too clean, but Johnny, another pick. So he's been incredibly efficient for the opening engagements. And 10-3 on a 5 spree. The stat line looks great.
Lunas, are you going to read this? Have you been spotted? Yeah, you're done. Wait, alive. He is for now. What a time. 3v3 still. Oh, there's Neptune. He gets Kismet, though. That's right. He was a landmine in place. You didn't pick it up. You didn't call it out. You couldn't have dealt with it. Johnny now in the 1v3. 30 to go. I love... Ah! Oh, no. He taps the door and a boozer guns him.
Listen, some detectives are Sherlock, some detectives are Steve. There you go. That's the line. Should have waited for that one. So saw the door open, knew a player was nearby, but he did not see the future like he needed to. And in spite of the fact that another opening pick, they're just not able to make this pan out at all. LAG falling a little flat, ending up on their back.
Bonk. That door noise, again, a very, very loud moment. Got to be very careful. Johnny was excited to try to make that 1v3 happen. He saw the TikToks. He saw the hashtags already. He was thinking about the content. He really wasn't. I'm joking. That's not true. Johnny's a stout competitor. Shots from a boozer. Beautiful work to get first blood.
Yeah, finally a first blood for Vancouver as well, or at least a first blood that did not instantly get traded out. So they've been pretty on point in the man disadvantageous situations. We'll see what Vancouver can pull off when they have the numbers.
Yeah, they got rid of the RCXD car as well. Shots there, but not enough for the kill. Fellow walks away with his life, thankfully, and again 3v3. So you had the advantage for a second, Vancouver. You let it slip away.
That B site is wide open. 04 does not know this. And meanwhile, LAG trying to make moves through the middle of the map. At least you get traded out, but you do get caught. And there's the protection there from Lunars. Him and Fellow. Maybe not the longest time duo, but an interesting duo ship they have. Now they got to try to clutch up against Abuza, who does have bomb. And last year, if you recall, Abuza in the top 3 category for most clutch players in the league for S&D. These are moments where he has shined.
Fellow and Luna's long-time IRL duo, but now we get to put them up against the Belgian baddie on a 4 spree with an RC car to his name as well. God only knows. Full pockets, you name it. Here comes the check. Oh my good God, he's been gifted the timing and the positioning. Can he get the kills now? Fellow up close, he's gonna get it. And that is gonna be the third round going the way of the Gorillas. Makes a lovely defuse. And maybe a little bit anxious there on the play from Abuza, but you'll take it. 3-4.
Well, I think Abuza honestly played that about as well as he possibly could have. He just apparently didn't see Fellow like cross out. I thought he had the intel, and I mean, either way, it is just a game of inches there. But unfortunately, I just don't think he spotted him, or maybe he just didn't expect to be spotted. Either way, Fellow and Lunars covering over each other as well. I think Johnny gets traded out by 04. Fellow's the man that gets that kill, and Fellow is near death. Lunars picked up the kill on the guy on stage, and that was the difference maker to give the advantage. So LAG stabilize, and that's a 3v4 clutch on their end. Seemingly, you don't want the first blood in this lobby.
I was going to say, first bloods aren't helping anyone out in this one. Mid-round adjustments not necessary there. It sounds like Abuza's called in the RC car. And Johnny ate a lot of frag for breakfast today, folks. Not good for your health. RC still out there buzzing. Taken care of. Pressure now towards the A-bomb site where the Gorillas mates they go.
And they're walking straight into Abuza's territory. But he's posted up in depth, so you do have an open access line to get over towards this bomb, and Johnny is moved in position. And this is a moment to test Vancouver's detective skills. Maybe Encyclopedia Brown. Check this spot.
I doubt it, mate. Fellow 04 Kismet, here we go. So now Johnny's just waiting for the moment to pounce, waiting for the strike. Has he got the green light to go? Sure does. There's number one. Pressure now on Vancouver Surge. Oh, no, Johnny, you made noise again. Too much noise, Johnny. You broke the glass and they kicked your ass. And now it's a 2v2. Neptune, guns, Lunars. All down a Fellow.
And Lunars leaves everybody one shot, but no follow-up there for the kills. A disjointed effort.
Oh.
Slammed.
Absolutely slammed. Vancouver Surge, everything's starting to go right for them, even when they are down a man. A few moments here or there, and Neptune wins his first big one, catches up Fellow on the move towards the next one, and what do you know, boys and girls? Surge, one round away from going 2-0 in the series.
And I do wish we had listen-ins in S&D. I understand the pros typically do not want to give any of their strats away, nor do they want to hear the demonic things they probably say in between rounds. But a moment where I just want to know why the LAG players sort of made that move. Johnny full sends, and I mean, I don't know if he's getting fed information or what the situation was, but a moment of chaos puts you down 5-3 in the S&D. Vancouver looking to close out here.
04 with the bomb still. They've not been super effective on the offensive rounds plant-wise, but this could be the one. RC out. The outside of the map, so now Abuza gives the all clear towards the B-bomb site. All right, fellas, open space to work with. Have you covered? Make their way towards the front doors. Those doors are open, so you know the party is on. We're doing this, guys. We are squaring up. Here we go. Opening salvo. 04 over the shoulder, keeping the coverage up, so you haven't lost any ground so far yet. In towards the site. It is gains as these boys get pumping. Neptune first blood. 04 gifted one on the back line. He's eating good at the buffet, ladies and gentlemen. And now through the middle of the map, Nasty picks up the crumbs. It is a perfect round from Vancouver Surge to close out the S&D. Good golly, Miss Molly.
And in a rounded map where they might be the most appropriately named team in the league, they surged on through. That was overwhelming, and even to imagine that from LAG's perspective, it just felt like chaos. Lunars is tagged up, one shot, praying that he gets to live. 04 swinging in for the kills, and I mean, really just unable to slow them down at all. Surge, they kept it moving.
That was disgusting, man. Perfectly run round. Wicked stuff. I mean, despite the good efforts there of the mates, only 3 rounds mustered from them, but Johnny's 11 looks great. They've just been read so well by Vancouver in this map. Nothing Kismet ran on the hard point worked out, and it's been read and dealt with there, and the S&D as well. Really difficult stuff against a squad like Vancouver Surge. So kudos to them once again. Going into the half, up 2-0. Protocol control coming up after this. Good goodness, ladies and germs. It's an absolute throwdown so far, Vancouver Surge. They're looking delightful, Desk.
4 first blood seems to be the difference maker. Let's take a look here at game number 2, because the search and destroy, not nearly as close as our initial hard point. Allie, walk me through the big moments.
I mean, the big moment is you go back to that round 5. 04, we're watching it right now, actually. He's on 4, and he wins the 1v2. I mean, he starts with a 5 earlier on in the series, but he wins the first attack for the side of Vancouver Surge. And after you're trading defenses in a map 2 like this, it's just, that's the momentum swing you needed. You go up 2 rounds, and then you have Neptune just sprinting in your face and catching Kismet off guard. I mean, he is just unreal.
I mean, yeah, the chemistry in LAG just completely off, right? Like, I mean, you can see like the initial round ideas, like some of the offensive pushes for Surge is so excellent. Like, we're gonna push all the way over towards right side soccer, getting inside the bomb site, and we're gonna find Johnny. Even if Johnny gets a first blood there, you know, like somebody's gonna be trying to pinch all the way around. Kismet pinches all the way around, and by the time he actually finds one, like Surges have full bomb site control. They're gonna be able to push through, winning rounds, down numbers. It just doesn't matter. LAG, even with Johnny coming in, dropping chopsticks, finding first bloods, just no chem.
11 kills, not enough for Johnny and LAG. The Gentlemates finished in just 9 rounds as Vancouver Surge continues to prove they're a top 4 squad.
It's like in all these situations, you see him just getting isolated.
Yeah.
Johnny gets a kill, somebody's got to go in and help him, right?
Kids
Like,
have 5 success in that map, man.
That's how you keep.
Go
that's
back
how
and
you keep
watch
it rolling.
Miami on Hacienda versus Optic. Play a little bit tighter.
They're behind.
All right, coaches, get to work, LAG, because you are running out of time. If you're Vancouver Surge, though, you are in control of this series. 1 map away of taking the match, thanks to this hard point.
Yeah, I mean, this HP was interesting. It was really close. We've seen a couple of very close map 1 hard points from LAG already. We get to the last rotation of P1 where Surge just pick up a ton of time, right? You see 04 runs all the way down secret, finds a kill, and then gets away with his life. And LAG just not able to stabilize. You have to take your time there, try to get top hauls, and like flip them, right? So in that situation, they can't group up and make the right plays.
And it can be so hard because as you saw, Abuza gets 3 for basically free for a break, and then like throughout the entirety of the last half of that match, they just got edged out by the fundamentals on Vancouver Surge. Like Abuza goes on a 6 free to call the game. Like there's just no firepower from the side of LAG like that.
Not a ton more footage to break down, so we turn our attention to some fun. You guys ready for this one? We call it this or that. Crim 6 or Clayster?
Crim 6.
Yeah, Crim. Yeah.
Next.
That's a tough one for me, though. Clay's my boy. But I'm going to go Crim. It's a
Gun game or prop hunt?
Oh, gun game was like what I did growing up. I have to play gun game. That was so fun.
I'm going prop hunt. You know, I'm trying to
Prop hunt
hide,
is
play,
fun,
like,
but like it kind of gets
finesse.
savage after a while.
Be different items, like move around. It's actually a skill gap.
I will
too.
say,
Pop
playing with
stuns.
J-Cap and Mud Dog at the start of last year was probably the highlight of my Call of Duty experience. Prop hunt, formal or Karma, though? Ooh, do you want the 2-game champ or the guy with 4 rings?
What's unironic is I didn't get to see either of these players play. I'm a little too young. I'm gonna go formal.
Yeah, I wish you would have won Damon because we got to show him some love. But I'm going to go formal just because I team with him. And that guy's absolutely insane. Great teammate. I think Matt is ridiculous.
Formal. MVP. The year Optic won the championship with the GOAT lineup. BO2 Raid or BO4 Arsenal? It's Raid. It's always Raid.
Yeah,
Raid
thanks,
is the
Chris.
best map to ever grace Call of Duty.
Allie, what do you think?
I'm gonna pick Raid. I saw Arsenal. I was like, oh man, BO4 was my first competitive game, so I have like some heartstring pulls there. But BO2 Raid is unbeatable.
Last one I got for you here. CTF or Uplink?
I mean, I'm going to go Uplink. Uplink was absolutely electric.
I didn't get to see it in Prime. I didn't get to watch it. I have to go back and watch old YouTube videos.
Allie
but...
is pissing me off.
Why am I making you mad? Capture the flag is fun.
And of course, shout out to ourselves. We deserved this one. An Emmy nomination for Outstanding Esports Championship coverage. The 2024 Call of Duty League Championship weekend could earn us some honors. I don't have one of these trophies yet. I got every other one in esports. I need to get one into those Emmys.
Yeah, if we win, we get copies, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I think we have to pay for it, but it'll be totally worth it. Miles, you're rich. How you doing?
Well, firstly, no, but thanks. Also, Chris, I think it was you, me, Cat, Mud Dog. There was somebody else there. It was the start of Cold War. We had a really great night.
It was the greatest.
I can't
We need
remember
to do
if
this
it was
again.
a really great
We brought in
night. We should also do.
Call Me Charisma, a singer from the emo world. Anyway, sorry, take it away, Miles.
We should run a prop hunt night with as many pros as we can get going, because that's a true test of skill, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm talking about. Okay, let's do this. Chancellor's getting in control. Of course, you are down 2. If you're the mates, how do you bounce back? And don't say capture 3 zones or get 3 rounds, kill. Don't say that. What have we got?
I feel like you know me too well. You're just
Thanks, bro.
ready for the sarcastic answers, huh? It is truly a good question. I mean, The interesting thing about the LAG squad is it's like a novel situation in Call of Duty. When you are so far down on like the CDL point standings that like the idea of going to champs is looking a bit impossible, I feel like it's really difficult to get all 4 players on the map to like really commit to a system in the sense of like, hey, we're pulling away from wins. It's a very unique spot to be, very difficult to manage, and maybe on that note, that'll be my answer. You're looking for someone on the team individually to just pop off to levels that are just unstoppable, something that Vancouver Surge can't deal with the heat. Think Neptune, dropping like 46 or whatever it is on a vault. I think you're gonna have individual players step up like crazy for LAG to start getting wins.
Well, here we go. Vancouver Surge, this or that, B or the A zone? The answer is neither. The answer is actually your spawn, who Boozer's trying to get out. I like the shots, but I'm not loving the positioning. They've got to fight their way forward. Time's ticking already. We're up to a minute now to go. Fellow finding kills in the middle of the map, so the mates, they've dug their heels in and they're trying not to let anything get through.
Yeah, I love that play from Fellow. Doesn't need to square up in Chalabuza, just play a cheeky little spot and go for the long-term control. And the long-term control is something LAG might very well have. Fellow was still playing hide and seek. Him and Abuza, they're just in their own world, having their own battle. But Abuza clears that space. Now you have the opening over towards the A zone. Maybe bigger problems, guys like Johnny behind enemy lines, but Nasty takes care of him. And now Kismet, the next man to check, Abuza, happy to be patient.
He knows. Or does he? Wow, okay. Nep's out. Nep's free. Nep's wild for that 104. Gets it. Keep going. 20 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Vancouver Surge, I'm not sure if you're aware, lads, but the objective here is to capture the zones. Get your body in there. Stop the clock.
Yeah, at some point. And they're taking there's 10 seconds left. Yep. Oh, please. This is sketching me out. They just got 2 of the kills. They know where everybody on the map is, and they are tweaking models.
What is happening? Nep's gonna... No, it's done! Abuza, go. That's right. That's the objective. 0.8 seconds. Okay. Better late than never. You have handed your homework in seconds before it was due. Are you able to get a grade, ladies and gentlemen? First segment in the bag. Good God. Is this happening? Neptune, don't die! Round goes to the Gorillas, mates.
Yeah, I mean, strangled him, I suppose, in a sense. Vancouver Surge maybe still have some of those red card S&D jitters in the mix in the sense that they are happy to play nice and slow. It is respawn. You can try to get a little bit active, but they just lost that round and had maybe, I don't know, 17 lives to spare, something along those lines. So ultimately, very patient out of LAG, Gorillas mates. Showing off the goods, and I think different players really taking turns. Kid's pretty good off the opening break. Fellow had his moments where he was really slowing things down over towards Helicopter, and I saw Johnny getting the mix doing the exact same thing. So super solid defensive round win. A single tick, I believe it was, that came through. About as good as it gets.
Okay, well, let's see if we can pull out another one, lads. A wicked start here from the mates, LA, as we go towards the middle of the map. Luna's brought the snapper today. This protocol gameplay looking lovely so far. Kismet takes the short hop up towards Granny's, and he gets himself on towards the zone. Looking for the capture for a second, not enough coverage from his lads there through the middle of the map. So Vancouver Surge by a little bit more time, but that time is slowly going away as the B zone capture now on.
Yeah, solo capture though, or at least it was a solo capture. They really are prioritizing, this A zone. So making a little bit of noise, but really locking down the middle of the map. And there's the individual prowess I was looking for. A 7 spree from Lunars.
Yeah, Lunars is the big gun right now. He has got the map completely on lock. His teammates now getting involved over towards A. It's a multi-man stack right now. 1 down. And good patience there from Lunas makes it an 8. Not able to get the Hellstorm just yet. We'll see if that happens. Fellow, lovely slide. Can he get the second segment? 1 more man to deal with. Oh, what a save. Here comes the pickup, and that is going to be the second segment in the bag. LA Gorillas mates on a run here so far.
Yeah, we get to see how SMG Lunar shows up to the table as well. He is playing a different game than his teammates right now because he just spent so much time looking for more ammo because he simply ran out. There goes the A zone. He's got the Hellstorm, a 9 spree as well. And this is exactly what I think it'll take.
This is, well, you asked for it, brother. 10 now. He's on a killing frenzy. 13 and 3. Keep it going, son. Okay, do exactly what Chance says, but don't listen to me. I understand where we sit now in our relationship. Good nades there, 3 dead. Vancouver Surge, an opportunity to get back on towards B. Get going, lads. Johnny's holding you down, holding you at bay. That's the cleanup. Forward you go.
And 18v11. This is very much a moment. You are playing for kills. You can afford to do many different styles of gameplay, but as long as you keep it moving and slay out exactly like this, you'll be good to go. 18 versus 8. Surge getting lined up for slaughter.
Oh, yeah. 2 dead. And once again, Luna's 15 and 4. He's looking for the next. Great reposition again. You've got coverage. Nasty from up top, though. Nice pinch. Fellow picks up 3. Technically, how darest thou? No lives remaining. Surge. If not for Abuza, this arguably could be done, but it doesn't seem to matter. There's 2 lives left. And Johnny, he might get all 3. What another great round from the mates.
Fellow hit the I brought you into this world, I could take you out sort of situation to his boy there. But no, full credit to Lunars for that round. Nice 10 spree he goes on, connecting a little bit of it from the previous round. But this is the best play. This is early on before the A zone capture even really started to commence. And I bet Abuza wish he could get that gunfight back. I think he stopped shooting, thinking he had Lunars dead to rights. And after that, Lunars gets 2 more. Hellstorm in the back pocket, nearly a 4.0 KD. How about that from the rookie going against one of the better teams in the game?
Yeah, this really should be a 3-0. Gorilla's mates, untouchable so far. You have kept everyone there on Surge very much in the negative. Neptune a little slow to the draw as he leaves spawn on their attacking round. Surge going back at it again. And so far, first blood's good, but map presence is much better.
Did you see that spot Abuza had, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
A kid did that to me yesterday in ranked. It is impossible to see that guy if you're playing the top window. So we're stealing from Abuza for sure. He has all of the details covered.
Good stuff, Johnny. Nasty in the quick trade. Submachine gun in hand on the approach towards top mid. Good news though, lads, you managed to get into the zone a lot faster this time round. And Nasty with kills all over the place. So A zone has been made safe for a second. There we go. Man picks it up. So A being captured, B being captured. 1 segment in the bag already. Surge. They've figured out the rules.
Yes, they have. Hey, listen, they're doing great as well. Kind of a triple stack rolling through. The A zone is going to fall, and an opportunity to pull off the control version of a reverse sweep. Pac-Man might hate the language, but
what a throwback.
Trying to make an Argus joke. Yeah, I got nothing. But either way, Lunar's got revenge on Fellow.
Yep.
You team kill me, old man. I'll get you back with the score streak.
That seems a little bit overkill. But so is 18 and 8 right now. Well, 14 and 9 for Fellow. They're also tearing it. But you're on B zone. This is exactly what the win conditions look like for Vancouver Surge. Keep this capture going in Neptune. A couple more individual gunfights. Ideal. Fellow vacates his power position for a second and pays the price. Abuza now on the flank. Oh dear. This is a costly moment. Surge flying forward quite literally as Johnny's going to find a little bit of space here. Abuza still capturing the B zone. 1 segment done. 2 to go.
Johnny has his hiding spots really down pat. Gotta give it to him.
Mate, he'd be really good at prop hunt, wouldn't he? 5 spree now for Abuza.
That crazy skill back in that game mode. Skill gap, excuse me. But I think Abuza saw what Lunars did. Wants to try to one-up him in this round. First tick already fallen. Second tick nearly there in a 15 versus 9. Vancouver Surge right now have all the advantages and plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Lots of lives now as well. Abuza, great coverage. Not enough for Johnny, though. The prop punt master fights his way forward and gets another kill. Oh, what a turn from Lunas. Good. Good. Nearly swore. Excellent shots. Neptune, again, fighting out of spawn. You've still got lives, but they're starting to dwindle a little bit. Plenty of time still to go, with just over a minute. Abuza, the master of that side of the map. He's playing hide and seek now as well.
Yeah, and of course, when every single life matters from LAG, it's just a moment where you can't afford to get caught. But I don't think the Gorillas mates players are expecting guys on Vancouver to be out towards the helicopter. They're expecting it to be near this B zone. Everybody stacking up for the final hit. 3 lives remaining. LAG needs something crazy, and you're going to get nothing but death. Fellow versus the world.
He's sending it. They don't want to get the segment. Yeah, that's tough, man. Well, Vancouver, 1 round at a time. What we like to call the comeback here in the control mode. Word to Pac-Man. Hope John's doing well. Much love. This time at the very least. Surge looking brilliant on the map and mode.
And another best play from Lunars. That one's certainly the least exciting of the bunch, but hey, you tip it where you have the opportunity to. All things considered, though, nice and stable round for Surge. I think they had to just wake up from the S&D, like get the respawn going a little bit, play it a little bit more pace. They have been awoken.
I mean, they were shell-shocked after the first 2 rounds. They barely got anything going, but Abuza's turned it right up, as has Neptune. Just in the kills department alone, and Abuza Nasty, they start proceedings off nicely. 5 spree right there for Abuza. Luna's, he's dancing, but 04. He knows the moves, and he is jigging right now. Johnny trying to make a play down low.
I think Vancouver Surge, they win 2 gunfights on the opening break, and LAG might have just crumbled. Kismet, the only man behind enemy lines, trying to look to make the impact play, and Kismet gets great timing towards the middle of the map, but he does get traded out, so his teammates still in spawn, and Neptune, the facilitator, I mean, he's calming everybody right now.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Nep hitting the go. Johnny now with a little bit of pressure. Great, oh man, great timing. He heard the door this time. Ah, how do you like it? Damn it, that's a tough one there for Johnny though. Pressure on towards A, gone. Surge starting to fight big time. Great work out of 04, directly off spawn. His aims is singing right now, folks. The mate's looking a little quiet here with 30 seconds to go in this attacking round.
Kismet doing what he can, but every one of his teammates just fell. He didn't finish his kill, and now he's got 3 more players there to hunt him down. I'm not kidding. You had off the opening break. Surge win the first 2 gunfights in LAG. I mean, just completely stagnant. And now Neptune, his character model's doing some wild things before he gets these kills.
Dude, there was, at the opening break, there was absolutely no bend. All broken right now. The mates have been stunned again. Wicked work out of Surge. On towards A though, wait, Luna's. A sign of life. Still doing it alone. Angle's now opening up here. The Surge boys, they have peeled him open like a can of sardines, eaten alive. 6-20, Vancouver Surge. What a sensational round. And now only 1 more remains. Final round here on Protocol.
The CDL comes at you quick. I think Lunar started off 15-4. Since then, he's gone roughly double negative in the past 2 rounds, and in the meantime, Abuza begun to take over 24-15. So really a tale of 2 different halves so far, and it is a round 5 to decide the fate, potentially of the entire series, but at least for LAG, whether or not they'll get to play more maps.
Come on, mates. 1 more round. Push the series. Get us to another hard point. The round 5 record, not bad whatsoever. A little bit more reps there from the Surge boys. Fellow pops things open. Kiz joins him in the feed as well. On the attack now towards the B zone. That's what we're going for the mates. That's what we want.
Finally, win the opening break. This is when you want to start to fly. Johnny on the prowl. And he is somewhat of an island player here in this moment. Wins the first gunfight. His teammates do not, and unfortunate for him. I mean, good news, he's behind enemy lines. Bad news is no support from the teammates, and LAG do not have any map control. It's going to be a tough spot.
Yeah, he's been cut off from the rest of the squad, so yeah, sure, you're in their spawn, but now they are in yours. It's a tale of 2 teams right now, and Slammage once again. He and Neptune finding each other in the field of battle. Lunas through mid, nothing there. Wow, the pounce from Surge. The play is on, and here we go. The trap set, Vancouver sprung.
This might be a painful moment here, Miles. This life count might start to drain. Johnny actually, though, does get a big 2 just to start to get out of your spawn, but 04 still a man behind enemy lines.
Oh yeah, still doing it. Still rolling. Nice setup though towards A. This is a lot of pressure. This is a lot of segments, grabs on the way and the way out. Nep though, the timing is so good. Coverage from fellow long gone now. 04 keeps the spree alive in the back spawn, and here we go. Back at it again. 04 in a position to pick up a ton here. Have they read that he's behind? Maybe. But it's just slowing them down on the approach out. You second guess yourself. 04 finds his 5th in a row.
This is what makes Control, you know, generally it is a very interesting game mode from like an individual perspective, because like Hardpoint, you're off spawn and there's certain things you have to do at any given time. Control creates a lot of novel moments, and like Johnny getting behind enemy lines, you get to see how like a player think and sort of what sort of chaos they can create. But ultimately LAG, I mean, 12 seconds to go. Maybe they can pull something off, but it's looking like they just got throttled.
Yeah, we're watching a Neptune moment here. What a run. Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen. Vancouver Surge, the comeback is complete. In control, a final round, but in the series, a deft and decisive 3-0. Vancouver Surge, no prisoners whatsoever in that final round. It's back to the drawing board once again for the Gorillas, mate.
And happy are the Jolly Giants there of Vancouver Surge, and a little bit stun locked on the flip side from LAG. Couple opportunities here and there. I mean, ultimately the hard point was pretty close until it wasn't. The S&D was also close until it wasn't, and we went to a round 5, which is close on paper until you watch the round play out. So yeah, Vancouver Surge certainly setting themselves apart. I think nearly every single player taking their turn, showing off the goods there. Another strong performance out of Abuza. Pretty on point in the respawns, and the assists looking good down the line as well. But obviously everyone on the side of Surge a contributor. And in spite of Lunar starting out 15-4, since then went 10-20 and just could not find form. So LAG, that was their key to success. You need the pop-off. You need some crazy spree. You need a top 5 play of the week just to have potential in these maps.
And they got them 2 rounds. It got you close to the victory, as close as you could possibly get. And then Surge turned it on. They